Yeah, boys.
There we go.
Boys are back. The top individuals are back.
Hello, everyone. How are we today? Welcome to the new episode of Top Individuals. We are live. This is episode number 5, I think.
Pretty sure it's 5.
I think it's 5. I was about to say 4. I think 4 was last week.
Yep.
They all rolled into one, but nah, I'm glad all here. We're enjoying
Ever
it.
since we
having a
missed
good
that
time.
one episode for reasons unknown, it's just thrown us completely out of sync, hasn't it?
It's been tough,
It's not
mate.
like
It's been
anything
tough.
big. It's not like anything big happened. I still have some of this
Yeah.
left.
Breakups.
But
boys,
I'm
out
about to
there.
start the scotch. I still got a bit of a different beverage left.
That's what happens when you break up with people. Yeah, sink that protein, mate. Sink
Yeah,
that
and then
fucking
I only
bean
sung
protein.
it so I can hit
You
scotch.
should just put the alcohol in the protein.
Oh, I don't think if it
I
was water-based,
don't think that
maybe.
works. I know. I've tried it with coffee once. Wasn't the best. Wasn't the best.
This is off coke. Well, not off coke, but flat as a mother.
If you're alright,
Awesome,
if you want a minute to go sort your shit out, me
No,
and
no,
Alex
I'm
can,
sorted. I'm here. I'm poured. I'm
we-
ready.
we can carry the
I wasn't
shit
even
along,
late.
mate.
There is something in this pocket, and I haven't worn this. This is actually one that fits me comfortably for once. Because all the other ones
Nice.
are a couple years old and really tight. What is
Where'd you-
this?
Where'd you find that one? Is that your dad's? or
Hey,
the
thanks for
wardrobe.
joining us, Hudson. It's nice to see you
Oh,
once
he's
again.
back.
Huddy,
He's
I
back.
got
something?
Huddy.
Boys.
He's back.
I'm happy now.
That
I'm
time
happy
of the
now.
fucking week. Unreal.
Far out. We only do this for you, my brother. Only for you.
Yeah.
Well, have we been to an event where there were bubbles?
Hmm?
Because this is what was in it.
Oh, okay. No,
Oh,
that was
I see
that was
that.
from a wedding
Wedding?
or something.
Nah, because
Of what?
no, definitely
What's it
not
from?
the wedding that we went to because I wore something better.
I was like, what kind of gay shit you talking about?
There was an event.
You go to the bubble party?
when are we
Sure.
releasing merch? Fuck, I don't know, man.
Alright, so this
let me
is-
afford a microphone first, and then we'll talk about
Me
merch.
blowing
Yeah.
bubbles is fantastic content.
That is
but
something
don't
I
think
could get
it's-
around. I reckon we could start, a little bit of clothing coming out.
I reckon just nice white T-shirt with the logo Top Individuals. Actually, you know what?
Black.
Alright.
Easy
So the
black.
shirt I'm wearing right now, I actually know who makes it. It's a close friend of mine. So we could probably get some logos going on top of these tie-dye shirts. So
Nice shirt. You want to plug his gear or not?
could plug it. I don't know if they want me to. That's the thing. But if anyone is interested, I guess it's at
Hit 'em up.
tie dye everything. They're on Instagram. They're top quality shirts. I put this in the wash with literally fucking everything that I have, and it's never lost color. I've had this shirt for 3 years
Fucking
now.
hell.
Fucking
Flick
good.
them a
Man.
message, and if they want, we'll just highlight them in the story on Top Individuals instead.
Could do.
That way
I'll,
everyone has a link.
Have to have a chat with them. Have a chat. Networking. It's all networking.
Maybe next week we'll get them on as
Yeah.
sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Before we dive into why Matzo's dressed as a GTA Vice character, let's start with
I was literally like trying to get these like as wide as possible. I was like,
She wasn't looking at
Yeah.
you this entire
Right.
time. I was just like drinking.
I
Alright.
got this like fucking pocket square in there and everything, man. I'm
Fuck.
fucking ready.
Beautiful.
We need
Let's
to
start
do
with
an
the
episode.
questions. There's 2 questions we ask every time we start
I
this.
mean, I don't really want to hear them, but sure.
Oh, you're our go-to. We need your guidance on this.
Alright,
Go on.
that's.
First question.
Well, you haven't asked the question yet, have you?
Look, Jesse, we'll start with the one for you in particular, Matzo, since you're our regional expert on this, our senior correspondent. Are tomatoes currently in season as of the 9th of February?
Yeah, and for the 5th time you've asked, I've dug into a bit of research, and I took it upon myself to go to the local store and buy some tomato seeds.
Ooh.
And after a week, I don't think they're in season because nothing's coming up. So I fucking
This is
warned
your
the
way
shit
of
out of
finding
them, compost everything. Nothing's fucking happening. So
I think technically they are still in season, but they are on the way out. So I guess like the verdict for the
telling
moment,
me I just wasted $3 on seeds.
probably.
Look, 1 week we're going to have an answer. It's going to be different.
Mm.
That's what we're waiting for. There's
Right.
2 or 3 times a year the question has a different answer.
In that case,
Okay.
so the verdict is technically they are in season. Am I correct?
I think so, yeah. I think
Alright.
they're just in.
In that case, the tomatoes are in season.
Oh, the tomatoes are beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, we have the same jacket!
Oh shit. Oh yeah, sorry. I had to do that.
You? Where was that from?
That was the one our friend Trade made. He
Oh,
sent that
that's
to us.
right,
Yeah.
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 Fucking
Trade.
quality, mate.
Yeah, it was good.
And what are we all drinking?
Mm.
You're on a Corona, Alex, mate.
I'm drinking Corona because I forgot to buy beer, and these are usually the ones we give out to guests because we don't really like them that much. But
Got a lime in there or what? You know, can't
Nope.
have a Corona without lime.
nope, nothing in that. Just it is just beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's on the. I'm on the water, of course.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, I did have a beer on the weekend because I was
Wait,
pretty pressured
actual?
into. Yeah, I didn't want to, but
First one in a
No.
while.
there might have been a couple of guns to my head, so I was
That's not
forced
even.
to.
I don't think that's even a metaphor right now. I think
Nah.
you're being quite literal.
No, there wasn't actually a gun to my head, but no, I just felt like had to be part of the group and have a. It was a super dry, so
Oh,
I
it's
was
not
like,
beer.
all right,
Then.
low carbs, whatever. So
Nah, that's alright.
um,
Just the one, or
unfortunately,
did you have a few, mate?
no, just the one.
Just the one.
After that, they stopped asking.
You just got to nurse it.
It's just too much
Yeah.
fucking work to get you to drink it.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus. Well, do you want
Yeah,
to tell
how
us
was
about your weekend, mate?
My weekend.
Mm.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, so we had a long weekend. I mean, I'm sure you guys got up to some stuff.
Mm.
But yeah, we had the Monday off, so I went down to the Riverlands with my brother, and then we have like family friends that own a farm down there.
Yeah, right.
And I actually didn't know it was at the fucking river because I was meant to bring like bathers and shit, and I didn't because I was just confused. I was like, well, he told me to bring them. I was like, what's this fucking dickhead on about? All right. So I didn't bring them, but I didn't really need it anyway. But
Yeah, you just wear your undies, mate.
yeah, literally. But I didn't even end up swimming anyway. But what do we do? The first thing that happened there was my brother has a motorbike. We bought a motocross DRZ 400, but it's a bit of a souped up DRZ, so it's got a bit of bite to it.
Yeah,
So
right.
it was, and I've never ridden on dirt before, so it was a bit sketchy. But I managed to hit, I think, 120 down this fucking dirt track that was just
Jesus.
shit. It was just
Fucking
rocks and sand. I hit some sand and stuff. That was like, because sand is so soft, you can't get grip. So
Right.
the wheel's pushing the sand away, and the whole fucking bike just starts doing this. Luckily, I kind of like saw it, and my brother was kind of in front of me, so I kind of catched it. But that was pretty dangerous and funny. But
Far out.
Jesus
that was
Christ, mate.
that. Had some guns down there. We were shooting some onions. Which was
Onions, hoo-hoo.
Yeah, so,
Hunting
like,
onions.
Next to
Wild onions. They're hard to
this was
shoot.
funny, like I rock up, right, and I just see fucking onions just randomly just fucking everywhere, like just old onions. And I'm like, what's with all the fucking onions? Like, yeah, the farm over there. All the fucking shit he doesn't want, he gives to us. I got about 100 tons of onions just sitting over there in the shed. I was like, what?
What's he doing with it?
He's like, fuck, I just give him the fucking sheep or whoever fucking wants them. I'm like, oh, yeah, sweet. But yeah, we just
Jesus.
ended up shooting him and stuff. I managed to hit one on my first try, so I was
Ooh,
impressed.
impressive.
That's good, mate.
Have you guys shot guns before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what type of gun?
Just pistols. Just pistols.
Uh,
I've only been to a firing range.
Yeah, pistol and I think a shotgun.
Yeah, I think I've shot a pistol before when I was younger, but they had a what do you
Did
call
the
it?
old Magnum, that 45 Magnum. Shot it once. I'm
That would have had
good.
a lot of kick.
Need a lot of
I'm
power.
good. Like you can shoot,
Yeah.
you can shoot more. I'm like, I could also not shoot more and like not shit myself and walk out
Yeah,
of this
they're
firing
fucked.
range.
I remember after shooting one of those, like my hand was just like red. Just trying to grip the fucking thing so it doesn't fly out your hand. It's ridiculous.
Was that here in Adelaide or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few. We've got
Yeah,
a few
I'll-
shooting ranges here.
Yeah, I was in Phuket when I shot I think a Glock or something.
You're
Like,
right.
just like semi-automatic pistol. Pretty fun. Yeah, they had just like rifles. I think it was like a 202, so shot like small bullets, but I think it was accurate up to like 200, 300 meters.
That's all right.
I felt pretty good because I hit it like this fucking little onion first go.
How far down the line did they have it?
The first one we had at 200 meters, and then the next one we were like, oh, let's see how like accurate this thing is. We put it at 300, and we were struggling to hit it at 300. But we were trying to like line up the sites because we went hunting that night.
Yeah.
So we wanted like the sites to be lined up, ready to go. And yeah, that was kind of the start of the day. And then because it's near the river, we decided to go some yabby nets out. And like, I'm not naming any names here, but like these guys were just drinking. Like they were just drinking the whole time, like shooting and drinking.
What else are you gonna do, bro?
So I was a bit,
gun owners.
all
Good to
right,
know.
like I was a bit like sketching out because like he would load it and then he would spin around like. You just see me walk like away behind the car. I was like, yeah, all right, see you later. Shit like that.
Jesus.
Quite funny, but yeah, we went down to the wharf, the fucking boat dock thing, and everyone's just got beers in their hands, got the fucking radio out. Mind you, we had this tinny. I think you're only allowed 3 people in it, and there was 4 of us. So the thing was like fucking
Jesus.
kind of like a bit low in the water.
Rocking up and down, mate.
And we're just cruising down the fucking thing, like this guy's like trying to fucking flip the thing almost. We're all just fucking like doing this. Water's coming in. We find this little creek bed, and we're like, yeah, this is fucking. We'll go put some shit in here. And we get in there, and there's just a whole like there's people with the houseboats.
Yeah.
Someone like it was a nice grass area, so there was like 20, 30 people there, just chilling. And we come in with like fucking blasting music, like everyone's holding their beers, like yeah. And I was there, like fucking, they're like, don't go in there, it's too shallow. And we're like, nah, there's fucking yabbies in here, mate. We're all good. And we fucking start going in there. And my brother, he's on the motor. And for some reason, there's a fucking branch in the water. And he decides to go towards the branch. And what happens? We get fucking stuck. The fucking boat's just like this. And it's just fucking like this. And he's like trying to get us out. And I was like, luckily I had the waterproof shoes on. And I had to get out and just fucking kick us off the branch.
Jesus.
And it was a bit embarrassing because everyone's like, yeah, we told ya. And I was like, oh, yeah.
And they weren't wrong, were they?
Yeah. I mean, it was fine, but like, because he hit the
Until it
fucking
wasn't.
tree. Because we went straight into the tree. There was like this perfectly nice area on the left. And he goes into the fucking tree. And yeah, that was kind of that.
It's kind of funny.
And then the night was just fucking crazy. We had dinner and stuff. And on farms, they have like a lot of foxes.
Mm.
So they gotta fucking like, well, try and sort the foxes out. So they go hunting. And
Keep a dog? Do they keep a dog to help with that?
they don't have a dog at the moment just because
They're using cats.
Just have an
thanks for reminding me. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, they had it. You know what? They did have a cat. It was called Ginger, and the owner called it Ginger Pubes. But
So if the owner calls it that, that's what its name is.
yeah, and anyway, we were getting ready to go hunting, and he's like, "Yeah, go get the Rodeo so we can fit 4 people." There's a fucking baby seat in there, so we could just fit in there. Like it was fucked. And the cat was like in the back of the ute for some reason. Like it just jumped in. I'm like, should we take it out? He's like, nah, it's fucking leave it in there. And I was like, alright. Anyway, we're driving around, and to this guy's credit, he lives there, so he knows his land. I think he has 1,000 acres or whatever it is. And he knows the fucking land. And this car was fucked. Like, the fucking lights didn't work on it. I think it had one little light on the front. And he was just using his spotlight, handheld spotlight. And he's like, yeah. And we're doing 110 in the middle of fucking paddocks. And he's just like, just fucking like trying to roll the fucking thing.
Jesus
And I'm
Christ.
just like shitting my ass. Yeah, boys, fucking yeah. And it was funny because he knows I'm unemployed, like the owner of the farm. And the whole night he was just playing songs that were just sad. He's like, wait, Daniel, does this remind you of how depressed you are about being unemployed?
Oh my god.
Fuck it up.
And it was just fucking
What a
funny.
champ.
He
What
was
a
pretty
king.
funny. Like, I just met the guy, but he was a really top bloke. Like he was
Oh
really
yeah,
nice.
yeah, he's selling it. You're selling it really well, man.
He was so like he took care of me and stuff. He paid for everything. Just shit, and yeah, we ended up finding a fox in the end. And the guy in the front, one of my brother's mates, he But he was pretty fucking pissed. He was the one shooting, and we finally found a fox after an hour, like just driving around. And he's lining it up in the car, and he shot the gun, and we were like, oh yeah, we go have a look. He fucking dead eye hit it in the head, like just blew. I was like, oh fuck. And he picks it up by the ear and he just spins it, and the whole back of the head was just gone. Like, the whole just fucked it. I was kind of like, it's a bit fucked up. I mean, I'm not like, obviously I eat meat, so I'm like whatever, but it was a bit like, this thing kind of looked cute, but then I looked at its head.
It's one thing being there and actually witnessing it. It's different when you're just
Mm.
having a crumb snitty on a plate. You're like, yeah, it's alright.
But at the end of the day, like those things fuck up their crop and kill sheep. So, and like this thing was tiny, but the teeth were massive, like and sharp as well. So,
Predator teeth.
Evolution, right?
yeah, but yeah, that was kind of fucking funny, just like playing like all these, like they kept putting like girl tunes on, like in the back of the car. It was just, yeah, it was a good time.
Sounds like a good time, mate.
Would have been probably better if I had some alcohol.
Ah, well.
I think it was safer for you to not also be intoxicated.
That's
Yeah.
that's also a good point.
Well, the thing was, like, I mean, like they obviously knew what they were doing. I think they do it a lot, but I'm pretty sure he had the gun loaded in the car. I'm assuming he had the safety on, but you know, I was like, in my mind, I was like, could this gun just go off like randomly?
It definitely
not that it would hit anyone. But,
Nah, bro, Mythbusters proved it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sorry. The one thing about the cat, right?
Mm.
It was in the back, and then like, I kind of forgot about it. And we're doing like 100 kilometers, 90 kilometers. I'm looking out the window. And I just see this fucking head pop down. And I'm like, fucking stop the car! The fucking cat's on the roof. Ginger Cubes is on the roof. And I was just like, everyone was just cracking it. Oh, it's funny. I was like, poor fucking cat. Poor fucking cat.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah,
Just flying off.
cat just chilled with us. Tried running away at one point.
I don't blame it.
Yeah,
That's scary.
I probably would have too. Fuck it up.
Yeah. Surprised you didn't run yourself, mate.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was an interesting time. But
Sounds it.
Well, I'm glad you brought up what you did on the long weekend before we brought up what we did.
yeah, I
We
heard,
have an even more climactic experience.
yeah, heard Alex has some stories.
Nah, nothing.
He doesn't. Alright, in the chat, if you want to hear what Alex got up to, let us know.
All we need is the first person to comment if Huddy had to vote, you know.
No. We went out a lot, had lots to drink, plenty to drink. It was a great time. Really fun.
The last couple of weeks of going out, actually.
Has
My
been,
wallet's
hasn't
it? Yeah.
Not happy.
Well, the thing is, I guess for us here in SA, we've got the Fringe going at the moment, so
It's an extent. I've sort of, after 1 week of going to the Fringe bunch, I just sort of threw whatever money I earn out the way. I'm like, it's Fringe month.
yeah. This is
That
the month.
March, it's gone.
This is the month. So shut up, Hudson. Nothing. Nah. But yeah, no, it was good. No, we all went. What was it? Sunday night. Sunday night. Yeah, we went to RCC. Yeah, which is like a weird sort of exclusive part of the Fringe where they have
It used
like.
to be in Melbourne as well, actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right.
they stopped doing it. Yeah, I was just talking to one of my colleagues at work about it. She's like, "What'd you do?" I was like, she was like, "Oh, we used to have that." I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
So I
right.
was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah,
How would
so
you
it wasn't-
describe it? It's like a.
It's a weird performance art space, but they also have music and dancing and
Because
stuff
there's
as
like
well.
different
I swear it's not what it used to be. Right?
it's like different kind of music areas, right? Like different stages and stuff. Or is that?
Yeah,
Sort
sort
of.
of. There kind of is, but like there's one main area and then there's like other tiny little areas that it's more like a chill out session sort of
I
thing. So
swear last year though, when it was actually at the Adelaide Uni, it was like an R18 only thing, like the
Mm.
entire time. Meanwhile, what they've done this time when they had it at Victoria Square, it's sort of like an all ages event.
Mm.
Which funny, you know what's interesting about that?
That's
All
weird.
ages, right? Because you could buy like under 12 tickets. We rocked up at 8 p.m. We didn't get asked for ID at all at the bar or anything.
yeah, that's
So-
a good point actually. Yeah, I feel like they were a little bit loose with that, but it was also kind of funny because I mean we had like kids
we had
running around.
We had a 12-year-old like take a photo with us out of nowhere.
Yeah, he was like, oh, he put it on my Instagram.
Yeah, 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, no, legit. This 12-year-old kid. He's like, oh, can I come in? I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, you want a drink? I'm like, kidding, you can't have this. But yeah, he came in. He's like, is this going up on Insta? I'm like, you have to ask the missus, mate. She's the one taking the pic. But yeah. So yeah, it was weird. It was weird seeing. I think the kids they left after a while. I don't know if they were only meant to be there from 9 or something because we left at like 11ish. So.
Yeah, it's a weird thing how that works, but
no, it was good. It was cool. I like the vibe, I like the atmosphere.
It was not lit. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there wasn't a heap to do unless you like want to do the crazy dancing and shit. But like, there was also a lineup to do that. It was like,
small dancing area with a lineup.
Yeah, I think you definitely need like a big group or big-ish group.
We had a reasonable size group. There was like 8 or 9 of us. I think.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Like, we didn't.
People.
I don't think we really even did anything. We just sort of sat around and just chilled, and it was just a nice vibe because there was music in the background. There was a lot of people around. Like,
you can still hear yourself talking.
And if you want to go like listen to music, you just walk in there. And
yeah, that's it. It was large enough for you. Like, I feel like because a few of our friends did go off to dance. I just kept going off to double park myself, and then I was like, I need water really bad.
Yeah, that's right.
Just my usual way of a night out.
But
smart man always knows when to keep the waters coming.
That's it.
Unlike women, they just keep drinking.
So it was International Women's Day yesterday.
Who would have thought? Who would have fucking thought? Nobody knew.
I think a few people did.
I was at a farm, like, we were changing the fucking clutch in this car. I was like, hey, boys, what's International Women's Day today? He's like, oh, drop your tools, boys. Drop your tools, boys. Get the women out here.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
That was just funny.
Yeah, right. I don't know, what else did we do this weekend, Jake? I can't even remember. What did we do Saturday? Nothing? I think we just chilled out.
We went out.
Jake went.
Oh, yeah, we just went out for dinner. That was
late driving or something, didn't you?
That was I think I did a bit of driving Saturday as well, actually. But Sunday night was when I did my late night driving. You know, I thought, what better to do after you've sobered up entirely to the point that you can drive?
Oh, good on you, man.
I had done. And then I was like, you know what? I have a friend in need. A friend about 30 minutes away.
I got a friend in need.
So, you know, sent the telegram out, see if he was requesting evac or exfil. Got a reply back. I'm there, mate. Send me the Addy. I'm there in 25 mics, mate.
Fuck no. He must have been fucked.
Yeah, rock up. You know, had a bit of Lonely Island playing. No song in particular, but I think Akon features. It was relevant at the time. Yeah, I have it.
Look at that, boys. Akon Lonely Island.
So, you know, was playing that, you know, just to celebrate, really. It was a celebration, and it was a worthy one, you know. And it was a fantastic. I saw no cars, like 10, 15 minutes on the way there and on the way back, almost the entire way. Not a single car. I'm like, I've been buttfuck Nowheresville, and I was sitting waiting outside for this random friend, and it's taken a while. I don't know what he was doing. It could have been anything, you know. It could have been, you know, making another drink, putting on clothes, maybe mowing the lawn. I don't judge, you know.
He was definitely mowing something.
Yeah, he was out there, you know. He's working hard, that's for sure, working up a sweat. So I didn't want to, you know, message him, but I just felt in this area, I was like, have my window down, you know, ready to blast some music. And I was like, I might get mugged. I don't know, I had that weird feeling because it was like 2:30 in the morning, whatever. I'm like, I could get mugged right now. And I was like, well, it'll be funny. It'll be a story if I did, but I didn't. I was safe. My man came out, took him home.
You would believe what happened to have I?
You wouldn't believe what happened. I didn't get mugged.
Fucking hell, mate.
But yeah, you know, picked him up, took him home.
Good on you.
The usual.
I like nighttime driving, mate. It's fucking good.
Yeah, mate, you can just speed without consequence.
Well, sort of.
I wouldn't do that. But, you know, sometimes there are a few moments where, you know, the lights weren't really a colour that you'd normally go through. But you sit there for a few seconds, you're like, no, it's coming. Off we go.
I say that, and then I'm the guy that just like, there's just a cop car just out of nowhere. It
Just appears.
Just appears. And like,
We had one magically appear, like something out of GTA, like 4 seconds after it. I was like, it's alright. We're good.
And
Fucking
cops
hell.
only pull you over if they like suspect that you're doing something dumb.
I
Like,
guess.
if you're like swerving a little bit, you know, looking a bit. If you're just fucking driving like any other day,
Normally
they
they're
will
not
like
bugging. They're not bugging.
yeah, they won't do a thing. Unless they're trying to hit a fucking quota, but they're just pulling people over.
Fuck knows. I know someone who's becoming a cop. I'll ask him next time. Like, how do I avoid this, please?
I used
Don't
to
break
get.
the law.
I used to fucking deal with cops so much on my P plates.
Really?
I think I was just out at like odd times, like out from like midnight to 7 in the morning, just driving everywhere.
You didn't have those rules, did you, back then?
No, we didn't. No.
Not the entire way through. Halfway through of our Ps.
But,
Alex
so that
and I
still
had a similar
applied to you.
We had the midnight rule come in. Yeah,
Oh
because
no, yeah, sorry, yeah, we had the midnight rule, but we didn't have the.
Passenger rule?
we absolutely had the passenger rule.
You would have.
We absolutely did.
Part of the
It was
same thing.
16 to 24 could only be family members, more than one. You could have one person who's not related. Everyone else had to be related.
That was on the L's.
No, that was P's. That's P's because it's on your own. L's is whatever because
There's someone in there.
Yeah, the fully licensed person it takes full responsibility.
Tell you what, I kind of
drive a
liked
V8
it.
on your fucking L's.
I fucking loved it because then you didn't have to take people home from school. Like, someone always asks you, and you're like, "No, I'm taking old mate. Sorry."
Yeah, fair enough.
I found the rule interesting because I feel like it was to like stop hooting because you have 5 guys in a car. You know, they're sort of just gonna, you know, a whole bunch of 17,
pressure,
18-year-olds. Yeah, just gonna all be small dickheads. But I also what I noticed among my group, it was like we'd all head somewhere, and then there's like 6 cars on the road, all having fun heading to the same location at 2 in the morning versus what would have been 2 cars. It was like, but you know, I guess those people would have done dumb shit regardless.
Yeah.
Hard to say, but you know, I got so used to cops just always pulling me over. And I didn't have a fast car. I had a mum-mobile, mate. I called her Meredith. I had a '98 Nissan Maxima.
Mate, that car
She was
could
a
go.
beauty, mate.
Like,
That car could go.
She
She was
the
a
nuts.
comfy beast, mate.
I always remember when he was like, "Daniel, what are you doing tonight?" I was like, "Not much." He's like, "I got a party. Do you want to take my car and drop me off?" I knew Jake right, but like he clearly was just using me. Like I was just like, I didn't give a fuck because I was like, yeah, like fucking, I'm all good, bro. You want fucking help? I'm a nice guy. Like, I'll help you out. Like, it was just funny.
Very helpful.
I was just doing burnouts in it.
Yeah, there was I did that with a lot of people, even people I didn't know that well. I was just like, oh man, I gotta get here. I'm planning on drinking. You want to like just take my car? Oh, what do we do with it? I'm like, oh, and just we're gonna get back.
I don't think I picked you up.
You didn't. I don't know how I got home or what home I was at, but it was the next day that I got the car. That you got the car.
I just drove to your place and then we took your car.
Yeah.
I think because you were just like, yeah, save on petrol, whatever the thing was, but.
Yeah, I didn't want you driving all the way out, whatever.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Very thoughtful.
I think I only did it once or twice, but.
I did it a few times. It was just my go-to. I mean, there were times as well where we were at parties and everyone's doing because of the curfew and everyone's on their P. Everyone's leaving like 11:30. It was just like
it kind of ruined. Like, I mean, it's not like I was fucking popular and going to many parties, but like, especially when you're hitting 18th and stuff.
That's what it was. Just have a whole bunch of significant events where everyone gets invited. And you're like kind of hardly know. But I love those parties where like 5 people and no one else. You're like, cool. This is all new people. I can be a dickhead and not feel too bad about it.
But yeah, it was a bit annoying. I mean, it was kind of good as well because you're like, see you later.
Parties would end a bit early.
Party, you're like, I gotta. Like, it's 10:30. You're like, yeah, but I'm just driving far.
And again, like you didn't have to really take anyone home. Only one person.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, like back in the day, like I just remember getting to know, like it's gonna sound weird, but getting to know everyone's mum because everyone would want to stay past 12, so we'd have like their mums to come and pick us up, and so they pick up everyone. They're like, oh, we've got a bit more space, just come in, we'll drop you off. Where do you live? Whatever. So like I'm pretty sure I know everyone from high school's mum just because they used to drop me off a lot. Yeah, maybe that too. Who knows? But
I
no,
always
it
love
was
those people who do multiple trips. Like, yeah, I'll just come back and get you. And you're like, I'm gonna be gone by then. But it's a lovely offer.
They
I'm
come
not
back.
waiting for 40
Where are you?
minutes. Yeah.
Fucking gone, mate. Fucking gone.
See, I got my license
Nothing
a bit
worse
late,
when
so.
you had like a lift set up, but then because they weren't doing anything, you hit them up at like 2, like, hey, you still picking me up? And then they're dead asleep. You're like, I don't think this is happening.
Oops.
I was
Fucking
gonna say with the mum thing, like, as nice as they were, I fucking deep down they were just like, like, because
I
like,
hate
unless they just said like, no, I'll take it, like that's probably all good. But when
Yeah.
you're like, oh mum, do you mind just taking so and so home? Oh, it's on the way.
They
like,
can't
I
say
swear.
no. Yeah, they can't
Yeah,
say
they can't
no.
say no, but you know, deep down they're just like,
Mate, they can't say no. My dad says no in a heartbeat.
Yeah, well.
Mate, doesn't hesitate.
We're not talking about dads here. We're talking about mums.
true.
I think my mum did a carpool, but very rarely. I always uncomfortable asking parents. I never wanted to.
Yeah,
So I was like, if I knew they were out and like, you know, and they might be out late, and if someone like, oh, they're on the way home, I'm like, oh yeah, if you could, you know, take me and my friend. They always
Swing
offered.
past, yeah. Yeah, I think as well. Like my parents were always very good about it. Where they would always say to me, like, you know, like, even if it's like 4 a.m. or whatever, like, just call us. Like,
Right,
I'll pick up.
Safe,
I want you home safe. I don't want like you to
I
be.
had that.
Yeah, they're like, I don't want you to be like getting in the car with someone who's fucked.
Fuck, we're privileged. Why
Yeah,
privileged?
Well,
incredible, right? But like I also like, I mean, realistically, like my parents still do that. So, like, not for me, but I just don't ask. So.
Yeah, a couple of years, like even a couple of years ago, like I'd ring dad at 3, 4, like, because I'm just don't want to pay for a fucking Uber. Like, I'm just like,
I would walk home before contacting them.
Yeah.
I'll get there safely.
Like he did it so many times, and like so many times he'll take it for. I'll be like, bro, you want to fucking lift? And then friends will be, oh yeah, right, fuck it. I was like, dad's home. It's like, by the way, you taking Smith home? Yeah, no worries.
I still get the offer, like if I'm saying like, oh yeah, I'm going out this Saturday. They're like, do you need to be dropped off?
Yeah.
I don't even live at home anymore. I'm like, no, I'm good. How are you getting there? You got to sort it out. Uber or something. Like I'm an adult. I'll be alright. I'm flattered. I'll be fine. Now, what about pickup? I'm like, I'll be up way later than you guys will.
You know what's interesting? I reckon Uber have got cheaper because
Maybe.
I think they're making their money off surge rates. I feel like if they got cheaper, it might be.
Maybe just depend. Maybe like when I'm going out, it's not prime time, but like when I've been paying to get home, it used to be like $50, and now I'm paying like 30.
30 is what it's always been.
Oh, you might be right, because yeah, I think it cost me about 30 this weekend, and it was from the city, and that was like, I remember you're right, because even like, what was it, like near Christmas a couple of years back, it cost me $110.
No, but that sort of stuff they have like double surge rates.
Yeah,
So
I know that, but even then, like I remember it being, you know, 110 being like, oh, that's expensive, but I understand. Whereas like if it was now, I'd be like, I'm not fucking paying $110. Like, I'll walk home.
What about that little trick that we did on the Saturday where we just pushed the Uber back by 5 minutes and it dropped like $10 in price?
It was sort of weird, yeah, because it locks you into the max price, yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll lock you into max price if you go right now, but then if you get like delay it by 5 minutes, or if you like just say like anytime within this,
instead of saying I need it, you're going I'd like one,
and it changes the price. Like it's instead of saying like $30, it'll say something like $25 to $30, so you actually save a little bit, and they're usually just as quick. So I mean, this weekend
it's the same guy grabbing it. He's just because they're not going to teleport to you. It still takes 5 minutes to get there. They're just like, this works out well.
No, it's good.
Nice little hack. I remember hearing about when Victoria had that lockdown. The one that happened recently, only like a month ago or whatever. I had a friend who was out there in the city, and she like had to get home, and it was like literally like 110 to get home via Uber, because it was like everyone was trying to get home via Uber.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they were like, there's just no availability.
When I was in Italy, it was like 5 times the price what we pay here. Not even kidding. Like 10-minute drive, like $60.
Far out.
Like, it was like no one used Uber unless you're fucking wealthy, and like you like I actually almost got
I feel like public
stranded.
transport's better though.
I went to
Was this why you're in Bergamo? Or it's where you're somewhere else.
Yeah, well, I was somewhere else. I forgot the fucking name. It was near the beach. Genoa? Genoa. Yeah, Genoa. I was in Genoa. And we're with a couple friends.
Sounds like
Like,
a
it
Star Wars planet. Go on.
was like our first trip, like as a friend group. And I like kind of felt like shit. I think I was popping hay fever tablets.
Mm.
Alright, cool.
And it was just fucking me up. And I just felt like shit. And one of the other girls felt like shit as well. So we decided to go home like a day early. So yeah, we had to catch a train, and the train like was fucking delayed. So we were going to Bergamo, and this like kind of city before it is where we were. And I was looking at getting an Uber. It was like $400-$500
Holy shit.
for like about 40-minute drive, maybe.
Far out.
50.
$100 10 minutes. Far out.
Because I was there like, oh, well, I'm just gonna have to fucking do it. I'm fucking, and then I was like, all right, what are we doing? And then we go out to like, we were at a train, but it was late. That's why, and the train stopped at 12 there.
Right.
And we got out to the front of the train station. It's only a small train station, so it was not a main one. And there was like this taxi button where like you press it, I think like someone will come. And we fucking press it. And like I don't want to be offensive, but there's like this like guy in this like kind of shitty little car, like he was a black guy, like rocks up, and we're just like, oh, you call Uber? Like, you call fucking taxi? And we're like, yeah. I didn't speak. He kind of spoke like, he spoke a little bit of English, and I was like, I think I spoke better Italian, so I was just trying to explain, and I was like trying to bargain. Like she was just like, nah, I'm not getting in the car. I was like, fair enough, but I was like, because he was like, oh,
fair enough. I'll meet you there.
He was like 100 euros, whatever. I was like, no, fuck you. I'll give you like 50 euros. I was like trying to bargain with the guy, and we're like, no, don't worry about it. See you later. Luckily enough, you know, I was like, I think she might have fucked up on the app or something, and I'm checking every like little app I have on my phone, and I find out there's like another train station down the road, and there's a train coming in like 10 minutes, and I saw it. I was like, fucking, where's your luggage? I was like, I think I was carrying. I don't know if I was or not.
Strong manning it.
And we was fucking running, and we finally got there. It was pretty fucking scary. I think she was pretty wealthy, like her family was pretty wealthy, so she was like, I'll get my dad to pay for an Uber if it comes down to it. But
yeah, right.
It was like fucking 12:30 at night, and then we're in the middle of fucking nowhere, literally in the middle of nowhere.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, good story.
I thought that was quite delightful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Gentlemen, International Women's Day. Just celebrating women and their power, mate.
Yeah.
No one does it like
single
you,
men. Here we are celebrating the women in our lives.
You heard it here first. 3 single men.
Some of us have a busier car than others. You may have to pencil in an appointment.
Yeah.
Could be anyone. It's hard to say.
I'm not busy. I'm completely free every day, every minute of the day.
You name a time, I'm there.
Jesus Christ.
You name a fucking city, I'm there.
Paris, mate. See you in a minute.
Yeah, fuck. Hey, play worth it.
To be honest, I'd just go to Paris just for any excuse, honestly.
Yeah.
I was watching Ratatouille, now I kind of want to go to Paris.
Yeah.
It's similar. It's not the exact same.
Yeah,
It's close. There's not like there's just as many rats, but like they don't talk.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, a lot of rats.
But
I didn't think we.
it's like it's definitely like, you know what? It's definitely unclean, like they say. Like yeah, it's not ideal, but fuck me, man. Like
I feel like
the culture's next level.
Like, if you go to a rich area, it probably would be clean.
Oh yeah, probably.
Rose coloured glasses on. I never really noticed much of the dirtiness. I was like, this is beautiful. This is
Yeah.
heritage.
Well, that's the thing.
When
I was
there
kind of
dirt,
saying.
I was
Yeah.
like, heritage. That's what that was.
Like, wait, you went to Rome, right?
Yeah.
Rome was cool. Rome was filthy in some areas.
Rome
Just
was fucking
dumpsters, just like overfilling with garbage from apartments.
Yeah,
Just,
man.
like,
pretty bad.
and you walk past it like 3 days in a row, and all of a sudden it's grown. You're like, this hasn't been sorted out or anything.
Yeah.
But then you're like 2 minutes in the train or whatever the subway station they have, and you're in a beautiful area. You're like, oh my god, this is perfect.
Yeah. The
And
further south you go, the worse it gets in Italy.
Venice was cool, but Venice to me just felt like being at an Italian-themed like resort park.
Yeah.
That was just
It's
super
not,
expensive.
it's kind of spare. I reckon it'd be so much better if like Melon was there, but
Yeah.
also, like, a lot of the locals are just gone. Like they just kind of pack their bags and leave.
I don't blame it. It's just 24/7, just
yeah.
noise and shit, and people
Yeah.
people pissing down. Like it looks like an alleyway, but it's just where it's so tight and confined that it's just where people's houses and stuff are. So, the Google Maps will tell you like take this, take these 4 lefts and a right, whatever, and you're just like walking past people's like houses in between all these shops and stuff, and it was like
Yeah, it's very weird. It's like a lot
And
of
the
those
flooding-
streets are claustrophobic.
yeah, very claustrophobic, very close.
And the flooding there is just getting worse and worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck is this? Unreal. Look at that, mate.
Delightful. Happy International
Yeah.
Women's Day.
3 single men just down bad.
Oh,
Alright.
Well, yeah, beautiful.
What
is
the?
this legal or is this?
One of them definitely. Oh, okay, maybe that's the good stuff. I've seen a cock. I've seen a few cocks.
It's alright. I don't think it's actually appearing on stream, anyways.
No,
So,
I can't.
yeah,
That's
it's just
impressive,
glitching out.
though.
That's very
Whoever
impressive.
fucking made that shit, like.
Ooh,
Right.
there's a donut cock.
Yeah, that's interesting.
fascinating.
Like it's weird.
Oh.
Like
It's a pretzel bar.
very interesting. I'm like, you know what? Very artistic. Just for the people that can't see, if you're watching this back, we are looking at asses and cocks and
Do you
lots
guys
of
know
other
who these people are?
ASCII
Mate, they're fans of the
designs.
show. That's all.
They're
it
just
is
big
now.
fans,
They're
man.
just fucking top. They're just top individuals.
Look at them.
They're trying to be top
uploading their
individuals.
own
It's
artwork
working.
for us.
It's great. Thank you for your submissions, guys. We might have to review these later on and post them to our wall.
Oh, you're the worst fucking like poker face / lies.
What, me?
Yeah.
I wasn't lying.
Oh fuck! Well, you fooled me, mate.
That's the ultimate
Thanks, man.
poker face, mate. You think he's bluffing and he's not.
Fuck me. Should be a professional poker player.
You know what's weird? Yeah, I feel like Matso's definitely the
Good
more
point.
skilled poker player, but Alex would just have some stupid luck. It would just fuck 4 of a kind again.
No. So the way I play poker, I always win the first 4 or 5 hands. I'm very good at that because I'm very unpredictable.
And then I tape. I just go straight down.
The problem is once people realize I'm unpredictable, they realize I'm kind of bullshitting 100% of the time. So,
Yeah, well, that's like my life. I start strong and then it just falls apart.
I also get bored sometimes with poker. And then
Yeah.
I
Pretty
stop
sure.
caring about the money I have, and I was like, man, I'd love to not be doing this. So I just play
Yeah.
stupid hands to get out.
It's kind of crap when you're not playing like with shit. Like if you're just playing with like chips, it's not really fun. But the most fun I have is like when you constantly change the game. You do like 10-15 minutes, cool, next one, and you just keep
Yeah.
going.
I like blackjack a lot. I could play blackjack for like hours. Blackjack to me is always fun.
yeah,
I
blackjack's
feel like
great.
I like that though because I like co-op stuff more, and
Mm.
blackjack feels like the co-op. You're
Yeah,
really going
you're in-
against the dealer.
You're enjoying everyone's company. It's not about like mind games.
Yeah,
It's-
you're actually happy to see the person next to you win as well because you're like,
Yeah.
fuck you, dealer. You shafted me on that 20 and you got a 21.
It's a common enemy that you're all trying to beat.
Yeah, it really is. You bond over that. You're on poker, it's just like everyone here is an enemy.
Who's this
Even
guy
the
with the
dealer.
fucking 10-gallon hat across from me? So, yeah. Crazy,
Actually,
man.
I don't think I should be blowing bubbles onto my computer. But
Why not?
Oh,
You're checking the airflow, bro.
Just give it a quick
I
one.
have a question for you boys.
Hey, go
I
on.
think
shoot.
I think Jake might know this because he's watched the podcast PK. But I think one of the question was if you could go back in time, at which point would you go to and live from there?
I reckon, Alex, you should go first, mate.
If I could go back in time,
And you're living there. Like I feel like the way it works is
Are we talking about, like-
a one-way trip? It's a one-way trip.
yeah,
One-way trip,
yeah.
yeah.
And we talking
you
like
could
my
live there
current
and get-
age,
Yeah, you're you.
and then I live for the rest of my life.
I would say you get to kind of choose whatever you want. Maybe nothing too fucking crazy, but like you get to live like your life.
Yeah. Okay. Probably like maybe the 80s, like mid 80s. somewhere around there. Like I don't know, I like the
That's
aesthetic.
interesting.
I like
A
the
lot of
music. I like the
people-
vibe.
Yeah. A lot of people, when they get asked that question, they kind of think to how far back they can go. Like, they start going, well, if I go before medieval, I won't even be able to speak the language. And then they go, well, medieval, there's a chance I become like the king squire because my English is so good or I'm so educated. Or you get called like a witch and you just dead.
I get that, but like, here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. If I'm going back in time, right? I also still have the knowledge of everything that's happened, right?
Yeah.
So I know all the predictions. I can like, it's that common argument where it's like, all right, I just bet on the stock market. I know exactly what's going up.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. I think back, I'd go like 2010 and just buy Bitcoin. It's the obvious answer nowadays. Like, only go back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that could be retirement if I'm starting in the 80s.
Start the company, Amazon.
Dude, even in the 80s, you just bet in Apple.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you go Apple, you do Microsoft, you do
Microsoft
fucking everything, man. Like you know exactly what's happening, and you get to live out in the 80s. Everyone's doing cocaine in nightclubs.
I mean, fair enough.
Crazy, man.
What I'm saying is, like, you're just living a normal life, doing your normal shit. Wear something where you could fit in, and
Yeah, I think I'd still do 80s.
When was everyone just fucking like rooting and shit? Was that the 60s or the 80s?
You're thinking the 70s.
70s?
60s, 70s, yeah.
Yeah, that's when everyone
that was the
every
post-war baby boom. But like, we need more
every Christian girl was just getting horny.
I think it was just everyone was now working out that orgies and shit were a thing, and like everyone was so yeah, I guess you sort of said it in a weird way, like all the Christian families are so pent up with not being able to do anything. It's like, well, they're all going out and leaving home and expressing themselves, and gypsies were like becoming a big
also,
thing.
I think music was a big thing.
Yeah, music was sort of common, and it was sort of like a rebellion against society in a way, and everyone was it was the in thing. That was the style. Whereas
I love my comforts too much. Like, I love the fact that I love the fact that my car has an aircon in it. Like, even just the other day, I was driving past someone who had like all their windows down in an older car, and I'm like, man, how does not like every car have this already? Like, it probably has. It's just broken. But I sit there, I figure stuff like that. I'm like, I even look at the 80s. I'm like, yeah, a lot of the stuff that rich people have in the 80s, like a lot of stuff that rich people didn't even have, I have now as a non-rich person, just because we've moved along that much.
I guess.
See, I had a thought of going like the late 1800s.
You want to live like a king, mate?
Jeez.
Just because, obviously, I'm pretty sure there might have been some. I don't know my history. I think there might have been some civil wars going on or whatever the fuck was going on. But
yeah, there was.
There was. We sort of stopped wars in the 70s and started calling them Cold Wars instead. Yeah. Just they became skirmishes.
But I think then, like, it was kind of like nothing too bad was happening, and I would say that late 80s because it's before the World War I and stuff. But I feel like if I had like a position where I wasn't like wealthy, but I was like rich enough to like live comfortably, I wouldn't have all like the fucking shit I have to deal with like now and shit, and it would just kind of be a simpler life.
A very simple life, yeah.
You'd have like maids and stuff cleaning your fucking ass.
I guess you're right.
Welcome to the International Women's Day podcast.
Yeah, I'd say that as in because it's like it's a more simple life, less to kind of worry about. I mean, I'm sure they had heaps of shit to worry about, but
you were maids. I'm pretty sure in the 1800s it was just slaves.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, but they were still like treated fucking like if you had like not black people, but like just normal people. They
actually had mates. You had people.
They had accommodation. They had their food. Like they weren't like treated like fucking.
See, I feel like if I were to go that far back, like for me, I'm a bit of like a germaphobe, where I like the amount of disease and fucking like illness that was that far back, whereas the amount of like increases of medicine between the 18 to 1900s, like it's so vast that it's like way more comfortable to live in the late 1900s than it is in the 1800s, because that's the thing, like people were dying in like at like 30, 40, and it was like, that's fine, he had a good life.
That's also where I was like, I'll hit the age of like 60 and I'll be fucking good to go.
Yeah, but here's the thing, you won't.
What year was it when they were like doctors were just handing out meth as medication? Because that sounds like a
I think it was early 1900s, maybe late 1800s.
Yeah, I think it was
Like, I mean,
1920.
I mean,
1920.
you just run that gauntlet. You just see how you go.
It's fair enough.
Oh yeah, that would just like.
It'll keep going.
Yeah, this will fix you right up, boys.
You'll be a zombie.
Come down, give it a try.
It is when you sit there and you think about like time travel going back. It is that thing where I sit there and go like, I am a white male. Like, most of the years are pretty good for me.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go pretty far back for me to not be a valuable asset.
I am the dominant species right now.
Like, it's disgusting. But yeah, you know,
No, you're right. You're right.
Pre-40s, I'm literally treated as a level above others for some stupid reason.
No, yeah.
Heaven forbid I dye my hair blonde before I go and do early 40s and hit Germany up.
Just make sure you dye it back just before 1945.
Yeah, but it's not. It's just a wig. These are contact lenses. They're more green than blue.
Far out. Incredible. Yeah, right. I don't know. Yeah, I'm surprised you guys. Well, I'm surprised Matzo would go back that far, to be honest.
Well, yeah. I think it's more just because of my mentality right now, just because fucking so much shit going on.
Saying you're living there does change the answer. Some people are like, where do you want to go back in time, like just to witness stuff?
Just to visit? Yeah, I mean, that's a whole different story.
That's a different thing.
It's a whole different story.
I don't even know where I'd go. There's so much to see and feel. I don't even know.
To witness?
I mean,
I don't know, man.
I would love to go to Italy. Like back, like when like the Romans were running the show.
Oh, that'd be unreal.
See, see, part of me, yeah, the first thought that comes to my head, but I don't know if it's what I want most. But I always think like, I want to sit there and watch the pyramids get built. The moment you think of it for half a second, you're like, okay, so I'm just gonna want to watch slave labor.
Yeah.
I just want to see a bunch of fuckers get whipped. And
I want to be in control of the slave labor. I want to know what it feels like to live.
I don't know.
Wouldn't it? Egyptians were not white people. They had the Jews, so they had white people as their bloody.
Pretty fucked up. I wonder how many people they enslaved. It would have been crazy.
The numbers that they have, like they just end up ridiculous. It's just hundreds of thousands.
Would have been a lot.
It's always that's whenever it's because basically what happens is they have these people as slaves, and then some like conquering civilization comes over, rapes and pillages, and then goes, oh, slaves, we'll keep that. Like everyone was just slave exchanging.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty much. It's a bit weird. I mean, I guess if I was to like go back to like some moment in history just for a bit, like to see it is, like I'd love to see like ancient Greece and like the days of like philosophy, like in Golden Age, where it's like they start coming up with all this shit, like
Plato and Socrates, and they start actually trying to understand the stars and shit.
And just being there to witness that and just be like, holy shit!
It sounds to me like it's almost like in some ways the birth of culture.
Yeah,
civilization hits a point where survival is no longer. Like, it's the main priority.
Like, it happens.
We survive so easily now with agriculture, we can actually start expanding our wants instead of our needs.
Yeah, and I think, like, to me, that's fucking so interesting, because now it's, like, such a big focus of our society where, we're all, worried more about culture rather than our survival instead, and it'd be I don't know, I think it'd be kind of cool just to see the, backlash they get where people are focusing on that rather than eating.
We're, like, fighting instincts in our biology right now is what it feels like half the time.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, I feel like
we're in such a weird middle ground in the world right now where, like, survival is so not an issue. In fact, we're overpopulated as a species. So it's not even like there's not even like a government push.
Some of us are.
But you have that thing where you hit a point where it's like people are they're identified differently and stuff. People don't want kids. All this shit, like they literally go against what what we used to consider
kids. Just make kids illegal for the next 10, 20 years.
You know what?
Mate,
China did that. So
try that out.
They've stopped that now, right? They've stopped that.
It turns out it was only a few towns that had it.
Oh, okay.
And they were like low, from memory, this is going completely without looking anything up, they were like low income areas that were highly congested. So it became this thing where it's like, you can't afford to have these kids. Quality of life of these kids is just like not going to work, one per family, because you can't even fit this many kids.
Yep.
Like a 10 by 10 apartment square, because some of those
it's like literally impossible in a way.
I only found out like about this about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I was watching a documentary about it, and I was just fucking like dumbfounded, like how did I not know about it.
On those
one child.
Yeah.
It's
like, honestly around for quite a few years.
And just Yeah, like I think the documentary was like saying like all the shit about keeping shit secrets or people being that guy that fucking ran around, you know, killing the babies and stuff. I think like people that admitted to it and like, you know,
That is, yeah, that's the
It's
real messed
fucked.
up part of it. It was like,
Thing is, like,
yeah, it was.
what do you do? Like, I mean, it's, you know, that's the law, and then like you admit to it, and it's like, well, you know, they have to
but it's
punish
not
it.
just the law; it's the
But
fact
it's,
that they wanted sons and they were
yeah.
killing or leaving women, like
Oh,
girls.
fuck. Yeah,
Just
right.
like yeah, so
Yeah, it was that thing where it's like you, even if you had like, I think some areas like if you had a daughter, they're like,
nah,
you get
yeah,
one
they're
kid
just
and it has to be a boy. So you either
Wow.
abort it or we're taking it, and then
and
everyone
that's
knows what
Holy
they will get
shit.
rid of
yeah,
those kids.
and they're
Basically.
starting to have issues where there is not enough women for men, which is causing like depression and you know
No
It's
shit.
unintentionally happening
domino
in Japan.
effect.
Japan
Yeah,
have
that's
like
big thing in
they
Japan.
have no interest. The sex rates and all that sort of stuff are down heaps.
I find that
Basically,
so weird.
teenage boys just. It's
Don't
because
care.
what happened is they were told it was sinful for so long, and like that's why like all their shit's censored and stuff.
Yeah,
They literally they grow
Right.
up in a whole civilization of being like, you shouldn't do this.
also
But as adults, you go, yeah, publicly you shouldn't do it. It's a bad image. But privately, they're all like, yeah, of
Yeah.
course we fuck.
yeah.
Meanwhile, when you tell a kid you shouldn't do this, the kid just goes, oh my god, I shouldn't do this.
I think also because they're like so like driven in terms of like economy and
That
business
it
and
becomes get a job. They just
Yeah.
grind.
I find it so
Hustle.
strange because I mean, like, even like, you know, typically most like Japanese like movies or, you know, shows or like games and stuff like that, they're so like a lot of the time they're very sexualized, and that's why it's always kind of confused me, like whether or not maybe it's just because they have
Because it sells.
so much of that on their fingertips. They're like, I've got virtual waifu or whatever. Like that, I don't need that. But
I think it's interesting because I feel like it is the thing where one it sells. But also, I feel like it makes sense because when you think about, most of the ways that creative media is made, it really is people like, against the status quo, trying to these are people who didn't choose the simple, I'm just going to be a banker, I'm just going to do admin somewhere. Like these people who go, no, I want to create something creative, right? And normally the goal with that is impact.
yeah,
So to me, when you think about the media they make, it's like these are people, who don't fit, like, the best directors in the world are not normal people.
yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right in that sort of aspect.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Strange, mate. I have to go and visit one day and find out.
Yeah,
Japan.
Japan's beautiful.
I'll go with you, bro. I've been meaning to go.
I've been meaning to go for, I think 6 years ago I was actually meant to go, and never
I'll go
happened.
again.
Yeah, look, alright, lock it in.
I
Top
can't-
individuals
I
go to
kinda
Japan.
wanna, I'm kind of a solo guy because I kind of want to do like hitchhiking.
Oh, that's cool.
hitchhiking.
Whatever. That's
I
fine,
like-
bro. I won't
I
go
wanna
with you
go
then.
into like
Fuck yeah.
the areas where no one else goes.
Yeah, I know what you're
I'm
saying.
happy to go see like a few of the main
Yeah.
areas, but I'd love to go out in their country and like experience
Like
if I
what
could
it's
get a
actually
fucking-
like.
Like if
Yeah, the
I
temples.
had like maybe when I'm older, like get like even a translator and stuff,
Mm.
and just go through. I do actually know somebody that speaks fluent Japanese.
Bro, just watch more anime, you'll be right.
It's
Burger.
a bit of a difficult language.
Yeah, it's not the
It is
easiest,
something
is it?
everyone should fucking learn in Australia because all of our Mandarin, I guess, but in Japanese because all our fucking trade and shit's with them.
Yeah. Well, it might be with Japan soon, depending on what's going on with this. So,
Yeah, it's not fucking Italy, I'm telling you that much.
yeah, well,
Like fucking withholding our fucking vaccines there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I couldn't. I don't mind. I think fair enough if they need them more than us. I mean, Australia's doing pretty well. So,
Yeah, I don't know if we need them yet.
Yeah.
I mean,
apparently
it'd be
We
nice.
got them, mate. They're already here.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently we
We've
have
got
enough
some.
supplies for now, but
We
Yeah.
can do, what is it, 1 million a week is I think what they're estimating we're able to dose people with a new vaccine that came in, the Australian made one.
That's all right.
We can dose up to 1 million people a week. So
That's good.
22 weeks away from, everyone, if everyone wants to do it, getting
yeah.
dosed.
well, I'll get it, but I want to see what fucking happens first. Like, if like the majority of the fucking world has the thing, like, does that mean still everyone has to get it? And
Yeah, I would imagine so. It's sort of like, you know, like vaccinating your kids, or you know, I feel like it's that sort of thing where you definitely want to, I guess, be vaccinated before you travel and stuff like that, because you know, it's even like when you go to, like, you know, when we go to Bali, we need to get injections for what is it, meningococcal or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and wait, is that the one for the mosquito?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, they mentioned meningococcal so much in like middle school and shit. And I'm like, this is the funniest word of it. I remember some girl in class had meningococcal, and then he brought it up, and I giggled because I never heard the word in my life. I was like, my ninja cock. I'm like, I just ignored the L. No, and someone was like, it's really serious. I was like, sounds hilarious. I don't know this girl, so I don't care much. The name is hilarious.
Jesus.
I mean, I think she came back. I think she was alright. But yeah, they brought that up so much at school.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jesus.
I swear I never used it. I swear like that information never did anything with it. I mean, I always brought up hepatitis a bunch.
Yeah.
Like, don't forget your injections. You know, you can get Hep A, Hep B, or whatever. I remember just every high school kid being like, which one's the sexually transmitted one? Because if everyone was slanging so much, it was an issue.
Fuck, they might have been.
Can you imagine, like, the teacher's like, all right, everyone raise your hand if you fucking... Everyone's just like...
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss, you got me.
With who? Everyone's just like, the same girl.
All guy, mate. Let's keep it.
Yeah.
All guy. But, yeah, no, dude, I don't know. Crazy, man. Yeah, getting all those fucking injections, bro. But I thought it was alright, because you sort of get out of work, so...
You still meant to get, like, the flu injection, like, often.
That's a bit of a weird one, man, like... It's not mandatory, and, like, I remember, like, I've heard it... I don't know if I believe it. Yeah, well, here's the thing, like, when you get older, sure. But I feel like it's sort of almost like a scam in a way, like, because I've heard from a few doctors, they're like, nah, don't fucking get it. Like, why would you get that? Because it's a bit of a weird thing where it doesn't really make it immune, but then I've also had people that... Yeah, I've also had people that have taken it and not had it for ages. It's sort of a case-by-case thing, I feel like, but then like, that's the thing, like, I feel like there are some doctors who actually tell you it's a scam, and it's like, should you be telling me this? Like,
well, it depends how they word it. Like, it definitely does, like, stop it, like, reduces your risk of getting the flu.
Yeah.
Like, there's no doubt about it,
but... You know what I feel like it's equivalent to? That's pretty good, Jake. That's good. You know what I feel like it's equivalent to? I feel like it's equivalent to getting an extended warranty, right? Because if you think about it, right, everyone goes, yeah, right, I'd take the extended warranty if it was free, but I'm not paying for it, right? Well, you're like, I'm not going to pay for it. Like, more warranty, sure, is great, but I'm not going to typically go, yeah, I'm going to spend another $100 on this $200 product to get, another year of guarantee. And, some people think that's a scam and some people don't. So I feel like it's sort of at that level. But, mate, what do I know? I'm a fucking idiot. I studied arts.
When I was reading, someone was saying, like, yeah, whenever they find out that their TV warranty is about to run out, they're like, just going to go on a 5-day vacation and turn it up full volume and put the contrast up to high and just come back after 4 days it being on consistently. And go, yeah, it burnt out. I need another one for free.
Was that Kyle that said that?
Well, no, it wasn't Harley. Yeah, Harley said it. Harley. It was Harley who was saying
that's right, yeah, because I was talking about old TVs and shit.
Just the old plasma days of TV. Yeah, be careful if shit was left on.
Plasmas.
That's funny.
Good old
a fucking smart idea, though.
yeah, if it works. If it's not enough to get anything, you've just...
I feel like warranties now would, like, be against that, because it's kind of your fault, in a way, if you do that.
You know what's good warranty? PC part. They got some good warranty.
Some of them. You know what though? I wrote, so with my case, my case, I was having issues with the LEDs, and I wrote to them to say, like, is there a way you can send me the one part that I think is faulty? Because it's not synchronizing all the LEDs. And they just came back and they're like, here's an RMA, just send us the fucking case. I was like, what? That's not what I asked. They were just like, we'll give you a brand new one. Like, I don't care. Like, they just didn't care. But, I mean, long story short, I fucking fixed it, but...
They wanted. Oh, I reckon they just wanted to see what it was. They probably want to test it themselves.
No, as soon as they receive it, they just give you a credit. So
no, I meant like. But I meant like because they send it back. You send it back to them, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying they want it to test.
Maybe.
If they have a product that has an issue.
Yeah, definitely.
They're like, just give it back so we can find out what's going wrong.
Yeah,
maybe.
Definitely could be something. Yeah.
But I feel like it's good regardless.
Yeah, a lot of companies just don't care if they're making fucking money.
The customer reputation is worth so much more than whatever the product is.
Sometimes, yeah. I don't know. Either way, I mean, some warranties are fucking good for it, but like, I don't know, PC fucking parts, sometimes yeah, sometimes no.
Some things do, because like, the thing is they put higher long warranties because like they never fucking break. Like,
yeah, I mean,
the RAM, does the RAM have a long? No, what has long?
My fucking power supply has like a 5-year
warranty.
warranty.
Has long warranty that never breaks. Most
like
power supply does.
Like 5.
But mind you, there's a thing where you can get dead power supplies. My first PC ever had a PSU power supply unit that was dead on arrival. And I had no idea. I was trying everything.
That would have been the worst to actually work
It was
out.
It's hard to test. It's one of the only products that you get in a PC that you need like actual tools to check if that's what's wrong.
Well, that's the thing.
Everything else, if your power works, you can
actually troubleshoot.
Yeah, you can troubleshoot. You can't troubleshoot with a dead PSU.
Yeah.
So I actually took it to a PC repair guy, and he was like, "Yes, this." And I was like, "Motherfucker!" He's like, "You can return it and get a refund." And I just chucked it in a box and paid $100 for whatever power supply unit you had there because I'm lazy.
That's fair enough. You want it to work straight away, don't you?
Look, that's my biggest issue. I want it to work straight away, and the moment it works, I'm just happy that something's working.
Yeah.
I don't care about making the 100.
Exactly,
like,
exactly. You're like, yeah, sweet. I mean, that's the thing. I'm grateful that I've not really. I don't think I've ever bought anything that's faulty, to be honest with you. Like I've had some things go faulty later, but it's like I sort of don't care at that point. I'm like,
Yeah, after a while I stopped caring. I'm like,
actually,
this is an excuse to get a new thing.
I bought one thing faulty once, and it was a Logitech steering wheel, and I was like, had my fun with it, and then it went faulty. Like every time I try and do a drift, the steering wheel I'd have to start driving straight like this at a 45-degree angle, and I'm like, I mean, I could probably fix this with an update, but then I just took it back and I got my money back, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy an iPad. So
those things are expensive as well.
The wheels, yeah, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. I mean, you know me, mate. I get that shit cheap.
Yeah, Alex steals shit.
I steal. I go to the bins of Dick Smith, all the leftover stores, mate. I'm taking them on.
Remnants of Dick Smith.
And then when I need to do a warranty claim, I just go back and I'm like, look, mate, something's wrong with it. I just chuck it back in the bin and pick something else.
I can't believe how much money they made when they fucking stopped. What they did, they were just handing out gift cards.
Oh,
they were shutting down.
Yes.
So people were just paying $100, $50 for these gift cards, and they couldn't fucking leave.
Yeah, fucking crazy, innit?
I remember the final days of Dick Smith's and walking into some of those places, and I came out with like an absolute steal at the time.
Yeah, they had some cheap
Dick
stuff.
Smith. I always went to Dick Smith.
They used to have some really good reduced shit, but like.
Yeah, their reduced bins were top tier.
Yeah, I used to get games for like $5.
Still does. Certain Harvey Normans still do a really good reduced bin.
Sometimes, yeah. It's usually just weird shit like shavers.
The one in the city does it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I know. I remember like the last few days because like we had a friend who worked there during those last few days. Like she got the job within the last year of them operating, and it was just so like.
Ooh, that's rough.
It was just so weird, and like I remember asking her like, you know, like, are you guys doing alright? Because there was like reports of them losing jobs and all that shit, and she's like, oh, our store's still doing alright. You know, we're fine. And then 5 days later, she's like, alright, looks like everyone's fucked. Like that was it.
Bound to happen, yeah.
It's a bit tough, but yeah, it's business for you, mate.
Time to end the show.
What time? Oh shit, yeah, it's 1:11. 11:11. Make a wish.
11:11, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, mate.
Fuck, that's a good soundbite right there.
Well,
thanks, Matto, for providing content for most of the night, mate. With
cheers. I had nothing written down.
Chat over our weekends.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Out of 10. Quick rating. End the night with a quick rating out of 10, mate. How'd you feel?
For the weekend?
Yeah, mate.
Oh, like a 9, 8. I was just good because I've never met these people before. And one of my brother's mate, who's a close mate, he's actually going to be in the groom's party. But I never really talked to him much. But yeah, he was a really nice guy. The whole family was. There was, they had their children there and stuff, and yeah, they're all like people from other farms came down.
My boy's making friends.
So everyone
So
was
proud
just,
of you.
yeah, super nice. So.
How good?
Oh, very nice, mate. Glad to hear it. Alright, so I guess thanks again, everyone, for tuning in.
Till next time, and we'll be talking about relationships.
Thank you. We're talking about relationships. Oh, that would go perfectly. We're real happy ones at the moment. Can't wait for that episode.
I'm not going to dispute that, but, you know, I'm not going to hold you to it either, so do what you want.
How much am I allowed to drink before we go on for that one?
I mean, legally, how much do you want?
Inside your own home, it's all good.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Thanks, guys, and see you later.
Thank you all. Much love.
Good night. Same time next week.
Most likely.
Terms and conditions permitting.